My colleague Ashutosh Mishra has arrived in war-torn Lebanon. Here's a report he filed from the Beirut airport.
मैं इस समय लेबनान की राजधानी बेरूत में पहुंच गया हूं। भारत के समय के अनुसार 12 बजे से ज़्यादा का समय हो चुका है, यानी आज तारीख जो है कैलेंडर में वो बदल चुकी है भारत के समय अनुसार, और 7 अक्टूबर है। 7 अक्टूबर का दिन इजराइल के जो अध्याय में दरअसल काले अक्षरों से लिखा जाता है, जब उसके ऊपर हमास ने हमला किया था। लेकिन उसके बाद हिजबुल्लाह जब इस लड़ाई में कूदा तो उसके बाद स्थिति कैसे बदल गई है। लेकिन आधी रात को लेबनान सबसे व्यस्ततम शहरों में से एक जो बेरूत है, आप देखेंगे यहाँ पर आने जाने वालों की संख्या बिल्कुल कम हो चुकी है। एयरपोर्ट पर आपको ज़्यादा लोग दिखाएंगे नहीं। मेरी फ्लाइट जैसे ही उतरी अचानक लोगों ने तालियां बजाई और तालियां बजा करके बस भगवान का शुक्रिया अदा किया कि एयरपोर्ट और कुछ इलाका सुरक्षित है। यहाँ तक इमिग्रेशन पर जो अधिकारी थे वो भी पूछताछ कर रहे थे मैं यहाँ क्यों आया हूँ, और जाते जाते उन्होंने कहा कि आप भी सुरक्षित रहें। और उन्होंने बताया कि हालात काफ़ी चिंताजनक हैं, और उस चिंताजनक में आप देखेंगे कि आपको बहुत कम लोग इस फ्लाइट में जो दोहा से होते हुए आई, आपको बहुत कम लोग दिखाई देंगे। यानी लगभग 200 की क्षमता वाले विमान में कुल मिला के 60-70 लोग भी मुझे नहीं दिखाई पड़ते हैं। एयरपोर्ट पर सन्नाटा आपको दिखाई देगा ज़्यादातर इलाकों में, और इसी से आप समझ सकते हैं कि बेरूत में स्थिति कैसी है। लेबनान बेरूत से मैं आशुतोष मिश्रा।
Ashutosh Mishra getting in more details. Right now he is in Beirut, from where he had sent us this report that we just played out live right now from Beirut, which is being constantly bombarded right there. Ashutosh, what does the situation look like? You sent on those pictures and that report from the airport, which of course bears a completely deserted kind of a look. What more details can you share with us at this point in time? Where exactly are you?
This is Zaytuna port area. This is the Bay Area, and right behind me is the Mediterranean coast. And always caught in the crossfire are the innocent civilians, the citizens, and that's exactly the case what I see here in Lebanon as well. Ever since the Israel airstrikes started happening in southern part, hundreds of the Lebanese or the Syrians living in that southern suburb have taken shelter near the Bay Area. They are sleeping on the road. In fact, the United States has announced the billions of dollar aid will be sent. But I'll take you to the live images from here. Right behind me, you see the Mediterranean coast. And just across the site, you'll find the people, those who are affected, have come out on the road. They're taking shelter. They're living in camps. Many have come in their own vehicles. And all this entire area, there are hundreds of the Lebanese and the Syrians who were living in southern part are taking, have become literally refuge in their own country. And remember, the south suburban, which has to be the bastion of the Hezbollah group, the Israel carried out strikes targeting literally their commanders, the critical establishment, the information department, the communication department. All these vehicles that you see on the road are exactly the refugees, the victims of the airstrike. Perhaps several buildings which were attacked, many out of fear and concern. You see all these tents, these camps, these all are the Lebanese people from the southern part, and this entire Bay Area, the Zaytuna Bay Area, have become a relief camp for these people of Lebanon. In multiple places they even objected, they want the privacy, and also concerning about the security. You see these areas, all these vehicles, the people from the south suburban have moved out to the port area, taking shelter here. The young children, women, elderly, they're sleeping on the road. All their lives have gone halt. And while even last night, several such structures were targeted in an airstrike by Israeli troops, the Israeli Air Force. But all you see now, the life goes literally on standstill in Lebanon, in Beirut. And as we move further, towards the southern part, exactly that's a threat-like situation. There's a concern that no one knows when the strike will carry out, exactly which part. As I'm here in the Bay Area, this has remained very the safest one. But clearly, the escalation goes on. Even this morning, the Hezbollah fighters fired several rockets, several projectiles towards Israel. And even nearly 30 such villages have been given notice in Arabic. The message were broadcasted on the Israeli radios to the people, asking them to evacuate, to vacate that area, go to the safer places, do not come out to the southern part. Right behind me, you see all these people are the Lebanese and the Syrians have come out on the road. How their life have become because of the airstrike, exactly how the life suffers whenever there is a conflict. These young children, the women, this is all their life, unless the situation comes to a solution, and perhaps it doesn't look like any solution anytime soon because of the escalation. Right after Hassan Nasrallah, what has happened, there is others, the impact in Lebanon is that hundreds of more such youth have joined Hezbollah force. So that has also created a trigger moment for the people of Lebanon in the southern part. Clearly, that also helped them to recruit more and more soldiers in their camp. So clearly, the Hezbollah is also escalating. In fact, so far, what has the Lebanon army has maintained, so far they haven't announced whether they are going to also take part in that. Clearly, where the Israeli forces from the southern are advancing further towards north, almost every day they are issuing notices to the residents and the villagers of that particular area to evacuate and go to the further north. But probably what it looks like in exactly the case when there was a battle with Syria and the Israeli forces when they took over the Golan Heights, and perhaps never they evacuated. There is also a concern once Israel troops who have already invaded in Lebanon, probably they will not go back again. And remember, the Israel Prime Minister in their announcement said that we have to ensure safety and security of their civilians in the north, and perhaps unless that is secured, the forces will continue to camp. And that's exactly also giving a concern that from those areas the people of Lebanon have evacuated, perhaps it is going to be under the captivity of the Israeli forces. They will not even evacuate further. So amidst of all these concerns now, the Hezbollah is also escalating its offensive again the North Israel and targeting the forces of Israel Defense Forces, because clearly the airstrike, when it comes to the advancing the airstrike, the Israel has its potential. But when it comes to the ground invasion, clearly Hezbollah has an edge, because in a hostile territory that makes a different conditions. That's why we have seen a number of casualties in the Israeli different forces, in the Israeli troops. So clearly this is going to be very challenging for Israel to carry out such operations in southern Lebanon. Sneha.
All right, Ashutosh, getting in those details right now.